Alright, what's up, y'all? On today's episode, we are going to be installing my R Rev Limiter for the 300 and also replacing my boost gauge. The boost gauge went out. Um, I'm guessing it's the gauge itself because I already checked the vacuum line that runs to it and everything looks good. The needle just does not go over anymore. I probably should do a vacuum test on the vacuum line, but I haven't tried it yet. But I already got a new gauge just to test it out. It's just a cheap Amazon one, just like the one I have. Um, but we're gonna go ahead and replace that and install a BR Rev Limiter, and then we're gonna see how that goes. Alright, so here we have the boost gauge I have here. Like I said, it's just some generic one I got off of Amazon. You see right there, just a boost gauge. I think it's digital. Is it digital? Yeah, it's a digital boost gauge, so it's all dusty. It's been sitting for a while. Digital boost gauge. And then here's the BR Rev Limiter I ordered. So I ordered this off eBay. I'm not sure if it is real or not. The description said that it was a used BR Rev Limiter, and it wasn't like any of the cheap ones that go for like $50. So, and it had a lot of good reviews about it. So everyone's saying that it's actually really good. And I was watching videos to see if this is fake or not. And so far, everything points to it being legit. Just the only one thing that doesn't point to it being legit is the LED light here. So I guess they said that this should be orange or like a pink hue-ish, but it is clear. But everything else checks out good. Like the bolts here, the one should be staggered. So you see there, usually on the fake ones, it's just pretty square, like this bolt would be here. And then also the heat wrap here, it's not shiny, it's nice and matte like they said that it should be. And also when I opened it up, the back of the knobs are black. And when I look at the circuit board compared to a legit BR, it looks exactly the same. Like the inside looks exactly the same. So I'm not sure if this one is real. I mean, just looking at it, a lot of people said like the R, you will tell that it's not real just by looking at the R. Like I think the Chinese knockoff one is more blotchy and just not as sharp and crisp as like this one is here. And then they said you could just tell the real ones from the fake ones, but I don't know. This one looks pretty dang real to me. It looks like an older model, like a new old stock, like the very old gen models, because I was watching a video that Samit posted about the actual owner of BR in Japan. And he goes in depth of explaining how to tell the real ones from the fake ones. And he said the most current ones that they just came out with will say 30th anniversary, and you'll say it all around. And then it also has like on the side here, instead of just the wires hanging out, it has a connector, and also it has like switches to switch from how many cylinders you have from 0 through 12 cylinders. But that's just the brand new 30th anniversary one. He said the one before that, it would say 25th anniversary. And then he said that that one, the only difference is that one would run from 0 to 6 cylinders. So they only offered 0 to 6 cylinders for the BR. And then it would say 25th. And then he said if it doesn't say 25th, it's most likely the older ones, which I think this one is. But he said that he doesn't recommend using the older ones. He said the older ones and the Chinese knockoffs, he obviously doesn't recommend using. But in this case, I'm not sure. So I could go ahead and pop off the cover just so you guys can see the inside. I already popped it off just to see what the inside circuit board looks like, because I know I've seen videos of the Chinese knockoffs and they're saying like the knobs don't do anything. And then the whole circuit board on the inside just looks totally different from the original. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this cover off just to show you guys what it looks like on the inside. Alright, so I have here the cover popped off. So you can see the inside circuitry board here. So you can see here, you see how it's black. The back of the knobs are black. Usually the fake ones are blue. And just the circuit board in general is pretty much almost, if it's not genuine, it's pretty much identical. I watched a video, I think, or pictures of one opened up, and pretty much it looks exactly the same. Literally has all the exact same things. It says Rev Limiter 2320, all the numbers, all the different diodes and chips and everything on the circuit board looks exactly the same as at least the one I saw. So if you guys can tell me if it's real or not, I don't know, but yeah, I think the actual ones cost like $210, and I got this one for $130, so that's not too bad if it is a real one. But like I said, it was off of eBay, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just give it a try. It had a lot of good reviews too. Everyone says it works, so but we're gonna find out here in a minute if this actually works or not. It doesn't take that long to install it. Just you literally just wire all these to the ECU pretty much, and then it's pretty much or you splice it into the ECU on certain cables like ignition and ground and power, all that etc stuff. And then yeah, after that, you just, once you splice those in, then you pretty much have to obviously warm up the vehicle, and then you would test it out with the different settings on the gain settings and the Rev 1 and Rev 2. So I think Rev 1 is I believe Rev 1 is just like rolling anti-lag or like rolling launch control, because that one is automatic, I believe. And then Rev 2, which you would hook up the white wire to, would be to either, I think people are saying that you can either do the handbrake or you could do the clutch pedal. So if you were to clutch in, then it would activate Rev 2, and then that one would activate, or pull handbrake up, it would activate Rev 2, and then that one would be whatever RPM you set that to. So pretty much like as if you're in park, you know. And then Rev 1 would be just automatically has that, so you just, that's always on. But then it switches from Rev 1 to Rev 2 depending on the white wire. So whichever one you switch that one on to, either the handbrake or the clutch pedal. And then the gain settings are pretty much, I think if I heard correctly when I heard the owner talk about what gain is, it's pretty much a bunch of different presets from, I believe, 0 to 8, and then A through F or something like that. Yeah, so you see the numbers there, 0 through 8, and then letters A through F. And it pretty much just has, each one is different. He said it's for the fun part, which is obviously all the pops and bangs that everyone loves. That's what the gain is for, and it pretty much has different settings. He was saying like either you want it like instant, like pops and bangs, or like what, like pop every like 1-2 seconds, or there's ones that are like it shoots like flames for longer in between pops. So he said you just play with it and see which one you like. That's what he said. So that's if I understand it correctly. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and install this and see how it goes, and hopefully it does work. It did come with these pins also right here, and like connectors and stuff. But I'm probably just gonna splice it in first, like just do a manual splice to the actual wires just to see if it works. And then if it does work, then I'll probably permanently install it on there, maybe solder it onto the wires itself. But we'll see, because, you know, if anything, yeah, we'll see. But let's get to it. Alrighty, so it's supposed to rain today, so hopefully we can finish it before the rain. So you see the clouds are very dark. It's supposed to rain today. Right now it's currently not raining, so, and I'm supposed to go, I'm going to actually be making another video later on today of pretty much I'm getting a toolbox and pretty much redoing the corner of my house here, and just getting my whole workbench and stuff and pretty much work area all settled in. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a video about that today later, and that'll probably be a different video upload. But for today, we're just gonna go ahead and here's the 300. I'm gonna go ahead and install the parts I have here. So, I actually drove this yesterday after having it sit for almost 2 weeks, and I started it up and stuff here and there, but I drove it. It was nice. You know, it's always nice driving the car after letting it sit for so long, and driving the daily makes you miss it. I did daily this car, so it makes me miss dailying it, but let's see, I'll probably drive it again next week just to stretch its legs. So yeah, here's the boost gauge I have currently. It is a glow shift, I believe. Yeah, glow shift one, and I do just have it here. I'll just turn on the ignition just so you guys could, or I think we just turn on the light. Let's see. Yeah, see, so it is a glow shift. It's a little dusty, but you can see how it changes colors. But for some reason the gauge doesn't work, and I just have it set in here. And I already checked the vacuum, and the vacuum line, I have it run all the way through here and under there up through the fender, and it tees onto one of the vacuum lines that runs to the factory boost gauge that runs here. So I have it teed onto there. This works perfectly fine, but this doesn't, so I'm guessing it's just this. I'm gonna go ahead and replace it, and hopefully maybe it's just the gauge that messed up. I don't know why, but hopefully it is just that. And see if this one's better. But I'm gonna turn off the light. So we'll just go ahead and replace this first, since it is easy, and then I'll go ahead and do the R Rev Limiter after. My steering wheel there. So I'm gonna find out a place to set this camera so I know where to yeah, I gotta find a place to set it so you guys can watch me while I do this. So give me a second here while I set up this whole camera. And it might be better to sit on this side. Have more room, I think. Let's see. Alright. This sweater is kind of small, so it's kind of like lifting up. The leather seat's kind of cold. Okay, so let's see here. I got all the wires in here. I don't even know where I have these wired up to. Looks like it goes up. Alright, so I couldn't find it. So what we're gonna do is, so first off, take this out here. Take this out real fast. Alright, then we gotta take this trim piece off. This is just held together with like double-sided tape or something. Found it like that. It's just, I believe I only have 2 screws holding this together. Okay, so I need more.
I used to love the chair. I used to climb on it.
Close the door if you want, so it's not cold. Careful, watch your feet. There you go.
Whoa. I'm gonna sit like this because it's too low. Hello.
You saying hi to Daddy's YouTubers? Use the flat crimper to fully get that nice little crisp crimp.
What? A cramp?
Krampus.
Krampus?
Alright, now that that's good, wrap that up. Just tug on the wires a little bit. Alright, they seem pretty good to me.
I'm a robber.
Go ahead, just run these in here. Before I do that, I think I'm gonna wrap this up a little bit because it is kind of long. Now that I have it there, like that. And then I'm gonna go
Shock
ahead and
yourself,
just.
Daddy.
I won't.
So all the mini quarters go right here. All the big quarters go right here.
Take that up so it's nice and kind of neat.
Oh no. Oh no.
Grab the back of this here.
Oh no.
That's not it. This one.
Oh no.
Plug this in. Get here. I'll take this out first.
Oh no.
Plug it in here. There we go. Plug this in here.
Oh no.
There we go. I gotta get another zip tie.
Zip tie.
Boost gauge on.
I can't
Change the
open it.
colors with this button and turn it on and off.
It is.
So go ahead and flip that switch for me again, Riley. Turn it the other way, backwards. There you go. All right, cool. So that's all good. That's all done.
She's.
Can we say hi?
Yeah. Say hi.
Hi.
That's Aubrey. All right, so that's all done now. I'm gonna go ahead and clean all this up. Put the old one in here.
Can I have the key now?
Yes, 1 second.
Again.
I don't know if it's gonna work until I drive the car, or at least when I install the R Rev Limiter, I can try that and see if it builds boost. And if the gauge goes up, then it builds boost while it's
Daddy,
building
look!
boost when I do the launch control.
Look, Daddy.
Wow, don't get that stuck in there, because then I'm gonna get stuck and I can't drive the car, okay?
Okay. Wait, you can't drive the car?
Yeah, if that gets stuck in there, how am I gonna unlock it?
Oh.
And I'm gonna be stuck and I'm gonna be like, oh no, how am I gonna get to work now? Okay. I don't know how this
But
box
I don't want
goes,
you to
but,
go to work.
but I have to. If I don't go to work, we don't make money. We can't buy toys.
Oh!
Alrighty, now that I got all that done, put this here, put this there. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna put that back together yet, just because I have to still do the R Rev Limiter. So, yeah, the ECU is located down there under where my feet is, the kick panel. So,
Oh, it fell.
move all this stuff here. So I gotta get down there. pull out the ECU.
Yay.
I'll give you guys a different view here. So go ahead and put you guys right here, and you guys can see me do the ECU part here. Adjust the camera down. So move my flashlight and some of my tools up here. Yeah, you have to use this key. This one, the small one.
This one?
Yes.
Oh my
Take that out though.
God.
What?
It's not gonna rain today.
You sure?
Yes, because it literally, I thought I just saw it. It said it was gonna
It's
rain at
sprinkling
12.
already. Almost. Alright, so
Daddy,
under this,
look.
you have a kick panel here that mine's not bolted in. Because I often take this out, so there's no reason for me to have it bolted in. And then there's my ECU there. I need this here. I only have 2 bolts that keeps mine in. So there's my ECU. Show you guys up there. ECU. So I have this bolt here, and then I have one on the corner here that holds it in. Usually I think there's another bolt up there, but I just have these 2, and then so these are I think this is speaker wire from the previous owner. Tuck that up there, and this is the vacuum hose I have for that one vacuum line for the boost cage. So I'm gonna go ahead and take that out, and then we're gonna go ahead and see.
Okay, where is... Oh,
I'm gonna take this one out here. You can either use a 10mm or just a Phillips head. And then this one up here. Hard. Top one, you're gonna have to use a 10mm just because the way it's angled makes it a lot harder to get out. So after you break it loose, then you can just unscrew it out.
Can I try?
Alright,
Can I try driving?
let Kira try it, Riley. Wait, don't. Here, give me that. She's trying to unlock it, but it's okay. Go ahead and drive first, and then you can unlock it later.
Why?
Alright, now that I got that out loose, you can just kind of pull the ECU out.
It's off then.
Kind of have to wiggle it out there.
Not off.
Alright, now that we have it out, I'm going to go ahead and unplug it. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug the ECU. It takes one 10mm
Lock
here.
is right here.
On the back side, I do have a, it is, my ECU is chipped. It's Jim Wolf chip. I just have stock injectors on this thing. So I have it chipped for stock injectors. But I do have pretty much a full exhaust. It's pretty much full bolt-ons on this thing. Full exhaust, etc. But it is just mainly just stock bolt-ons. Stock with bolt-ons, that's it. But full bolt-ons.
The locker has to go up, but it's not going up. Okay, then let me see the... I don't have the key. Daddy has it. Daddy has the key. Kira, you're gonna get shocked. It does not work.
It wants to come out, but
Let's use this.
there we go. Alright, got it
Come
out.
over here.
So yeah, I do have the Jim Wolf package here. See there, manual, California,
Right here.
all that stuff. So
There.
I do have 2 ECUs. This one originally was chipped already. That came from them, but it was chipped for 740cc injectors. But when I went 740cc injectors and plugged it in, it was running very rough. So I went back to stock and then just did a stock one. Eventually I will go back to the 740cc's and then just get a nice tune. But and then go E85, that's the plan. But right now I'm just gonna leave it. So for I'm gonna have to look it up again because there's a way to wire this in. I gotta look for the schematics again on how to wire it. You just need to take off this cover here
Yeah, this is how you do it.
to gain access to the actual connectors. And then there you go. So now you have the connectors. They are numbered. They should be numbered. I believe on this side or so. But they are numbered. And you just gotta find out which pins and which wires to splice the wires to of this here. I wanted to run the BR in there. In order to do that, I will have to drill a hole in the back and then run the harness back there. My glove compartment maybe for now. I'm still debating on where I want to put it, but my glove compartment is pretty full. I have a bunch of napkins in there, all my shit. So I don't know if I really want to put it in here yet. It would be the easiest. I'll probably run it in here for now.
Daddy, how do you adjust
But we'll see. Or I can run it down here and run this and put it in here. Or I can put it here. I could make a bracket, put it right there. Or I think best bet would be in that area. Glove compartment, I don't really want to open it and close it just to adjust this, you know what I'm saying? But it would be hidden. And I can still use this for whatever. But if I do decide to do that, then if I decide to put it in here, I'm gonna have to take it out and pretty much, like I said, drill it out and do all that stuff to install it in there. But I think what we're gonna do first before we even install it fully is just test it out. So best thing to do is just have it here, splice it, test it out, make sure it works. If it does work, then I'll figure out where I want to put it. I think it's gonna work though. There's no reason why I shouldn't. So like I said, if I want to put it in here, I just have to drill a hole so that the wires can run through and fit and feed it all the way through. So let me go get my drill, and then we can probably drill that through, and then I'm gonna just put Velcro in there. That's probably the best spot.
You could see our videos too when we're babies and kids. You could just go to my dad's channel and go to us, go to the kids, and then watch our videos. Me eating seaweed when I was a baby, or you could watch us scaring our little sister, or you could watch us opening Kinder eggs. See you guys later. When my dad is here, he'll be talking to you guys about work, right? And he's coming.
Alright, so now that I have everything, we're gonna go ahead and just drill this through.
Cool.
So the wires have to go run through the back, so we're gonna have to drill through the back. I'm just gonna put one nice little hole. That's it. If you guys are able to see that, just throwing out the excess. And then we're gonna go ahead and run these wires through. We have enough room.
Daddy, you're gonna get shocked.
I'm not. I'm all here. Camera can't see me. Oh, you got it?
Huh?
Can you see it in the back of the camera?
Yeah. It's that nice. You can see it from over here too.
No, you don't have to see the back. You want to hold it for Daddy? And hold the camera for me? Here. You can hold it for me. No, just sit there. You can sit there on the seat. But I have to work there. And then you just hold the camera for me, okay?
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Or if you want, you can just go like this. Here,
Ooh.
just hold it. Hold Daddy's phone, point it towards me. They're here. I'm working on. Okay. So now we're gonna pull it through. I got the wires fed through. So feed it all the way through here.
Oops, I stopped recording on accident. Sorry, record back.
Again. Okay. So now we're gonna feed the wires through here. Run it down here. Feel for it along here. See if I can feel for these wires.
Okay, my dad's making changes there. So I have to get some wires. That's a nut. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that's very hard. Oh, sorry.
Okay, let's see. So I pretty much wired it through and pulled it through here for now. And then we're just gonna go ahead and keep feeding it. Here, Kira, hold it. Point it towards here. Alright, so now I'm gonna pretty much have it placed inside here. What I'm gonna do is I have here some Velcro. So I have here. You want me to hold it now?
Uh-huh.
Wires through. There you go. Clean install. Rev limiter. So I have it velcroed in there. If I ever want to pull it out, I could. And it's just in there. It's nice. It's not going nowhere. You know, it's nice and tight. See? And then I could switch all my gains and stuff and revs here without having to worry about it. Like I said, see, it's not going nowhere. It's velcroed in there, nice and neat. So yeah. I don't use this for anything anyways. Like, I have my phone mount up here so nothing goes in there. Sometimes just my glasses, but that's it.
You have glasses? Oh, your sunglasses.
My shades, yes.
I thought, like, your
Okay.
glasses.
So,
like,
I'm gonna stop it for now just because I gotta look up where to splice the wires.
Can I vlog?
Down. Okay, so what I figured out is black is obviously ground, red is power, white goes to handbrake, I believe I said this earlier, or clutch pedal, green and yellow, so I believe one goes to like crank angle sensor, one goes to cam position sensor, something like that. So we're gonna have to splice them anyways, so I'm just gonna go ahead and cut out more of the shielding. Go, just so that we have more surface area to work with here. Alright, so I got that. So I already pretty much crimped. Oh, let me do this one too. I pretty much already crimped the ground wire, so I figured that I'm just gonna use the ground to like an actual ground. Probably be the best thing to do, because I was trying to find a ground on the ECM or the ECU and just couldn't find a really good ground. Kind of messed this up here. But yeah, I couldn't find a nice ground, so I was like, you know what, let's just ground it to the body. Probably be best anyways. All right, so I have all my wires here, ground, so we'll just go ahead. The ground is going to be crimped to the body, so we're going to go ahead and just, it is heat shrink, so probably not a good thing to do this under the car here. So, ow, it's hot. Don't touch that. So figuring out here. So this wire is power. I believe this is pin. So it's a little different. The way I figured it was, I have my multimeter here, and I was checking. He said pin 49 and pin 50. So pin 50 is this one. This one should be ground, but when I check it, it's actually power. It's negative. So if we were to put it here, ground, and here, this is actually positive, and this is ground. So yeah, so this is power. 50 is power. The way that they had it on the schematic, let me look it up 1 second. Pretty much have that all wired in, and I'm gonna go ahead and tighten. I'm just going ahead and tighten the connector back to the ECU. So one thing to note about the ECU is that you gotta make sure it's all tight. So the corners, a lot of times, see how like one side is flush and this side's not all the way pushed in. You just have to go ahead and push that extra little bit in, because that can cause a lot of misfire issues, which I've had in the past. Taking this thing apart so many times, I've had it where it does misfire. Or throws random faults because it's not all the way plugged in. So yeah, I'm not gonna put that plastic cover back on just because now that I have that the BR in, the harness kind of gets in the way. Go ahead and move these wires and this here. And pretty much start there. So pretty much, sorry. I'll go ahead and just the top's gonna be grounded up here. So the ground's gonna go to this top bolt.
How do you do that?
In a little bit. And then I'm just gonna put the ground here, just like that.
Daddy, how do you do that?
Take this down. Nice and snug. Have a good ground connection.
Oh, there's Sharpies.
Alright, it's nice and snug. It's grounded now. So as you can see, pretty much I have it grounded there, and then everything else is wired in. Everything's tied in, everything's plugged in.
Yeah.
Only thing next to do is to plug in the so I gotta tuck all this here. This goes for the I made this extra wire for the
There's a wire right here.
what's it called? I mean, I'm having such a bad day. I don't understand what I'm saying. For the handbrake. So I'll go ahead and just take all this excess wire here. I'll just tape it all up, and then I'm gonna tuck it away somewhere up in there. This is just all excess. Alright, so excess wires can now be tucked and hidden. I could tuck this all away and hide it under one of these trim pieces here, whatever works. It's probably not going to be perfectly tucked, but it's fine with me. Just pull down and just kind of tuck it away, up and away. Out of sight there. There we go. So that's that. So now next thing to do is to wire up this here to the e-brake, and then we'll go from there. So give me a second here. All right, so I didn't film it. It was quite a pain, but I had to take apart pretty much the whole center console just to get to the wire that ran along here to the e-brake. So I had to take a lot of stuff out to do that. I did not videotape it because it was just way too much. But we're gonna go ahead and start it up now. Just let the car warm up, and then we're gonna test it out and see if it works. The main thing is letting the car warm up. That's the main thing. So can't do it with a cold car. And then we're gonna go ahead and mess with it and see if we can get like some flames and stuff going. For now, just gonna go ahead and start it up, like I said. So We don't need steering wheel or nothing. Just make sure that this is on neutral. Starts up, runs fine. Up and we can mess around with it. Can you back up the foreigner a little bit? Up some. Everything is plugged in as it should be. Forgot how they said to mess with the settings here. Give me 1 second. Alright, so right now I just have the rev. Since I have the e-brake on, I have it set to 4, I believe it's 4,000 RPM. I'll go ahead and set it to 5. And then I have it right now, the gain set to 2, so just to see, make sure it's working. See there how it, the light comes on when it hits 5. Let's put down to 4. 5 is a little high. All right, so it's at 4. The light will come on when I hit that rev limit. And then it bounces the RPM here. So we're gonna go ahead and go to the back and just watch it, see if it works. It might be loud, so sorry. What? So I'm sorry if it's very loud, but you guys should know how rev limiters go. I was just messing around with a lot of the settings, the gain settings especially. Oops. So I was just been messing around with it since they said that with the gain settings, it's just pretty much on personal preference, since there is a bunch of different preset settings in there. So far I like 7. 7 is pretty cool. It kind kind of keeps RPMs low, and then, well, the RPMs depending on what you want, but it kind of just keeps it nice and steady and just kind of bounces it a little bit. The launch control, it builds the boost. So as far as the boost gauge, I don't know. I have to double check the hose. I think it might be clamped somewhere, but I didn't see this building any boost here. So I double check that and probably do something like that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and watch the video and see how it goes. But for the most part, that's pretty much it. I'll post more videos of the limiter and everything like that. So probably on my Instagram. So go check out my Instagram. It's aocoreo on Instagram, AYEOCOREYO. That's where my main page is, and I post a lot of things on my car if you guys want to follow that. But that's pretty much gonna be it for now. So thank you, like and subscribe my videos for more content, and I'll see you guys later.